I'm not gonna lie, this one kind of hurt my feelings, y'all. Hold on, before I get into this, check out my shirt. You can't see it that good because I'm sitting down. But this is a young Sean P on my shirt. Yesterday was P's birthday. Sean lives on once again. Happy birthday. You know, burn one for my boy. Have a drink for my boy. You know what I mean? But yeah. In the spirit of my twin, right? Ever since my twin has been gone, everything has been, on all of my posts, most 99% of the times I post anything, I use the hashtag Sean Lives On, keeping his name out there. I did my first album, my first solo album. I did a lot of mixtapes. My first album was a dedication to him. It's called Rockness AP for Rockness After Price. You know what I mean? But I was never in control of his finances or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That went to his wife. You know what I mean? Like yeah, he that was just that's just how it was. That's how it went. There was never any confusion about that, right? Um I've never I've put out two solo albums and quite a few mixtapes since he's passed, right? I've never asked Bernadette for a Sean Price verse. You know what I mean? I did 3 albums with the man. You understand what I'm saying? It just is what it is, right? Um, she needs no in order she needs those verses to put out Sean Price albums and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And anything else she may need them for. That's hers, right? Had I had control of the Sean Price estate, the Sean Price brand, if I had full control over it, I would have probably given half of the control to Bernadette. What up, Bern? It's my sis, right? I don't know what I would have did. I don't know what I would have did, but I know I wouldn't have done what they saying Fat Joe did. Now I ain't got nothing against Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? We ain't friends, but I ain't never had nothing against him, right? when when I was vlogging about the smoke he had with the FBA, you know what I'm saying? I sincerely, I was niggas accuse me of capping. I sincerely believe, and I don't care what y'all say. No, not I care a little bit, but I don't. Y'all haven't said nothing yet that has convinced me that he knew wholeheartedly what FBA is because he's Puerto Rican, right? And that's not a diss to Puerto Ricans, but I'm saying a black person as recently as 2 days ago brought that up, and they couldn't even say FBA right. They said FBC or something else. They misquoted it. You understand what I'm saying? Days and weeks after it was going, that topic was a hot topic. I'm getting phone calls from black celebrities to some of us, celebrities to some of y'all. Some of my friends like, yo, Rock, what's the FBA? Like, I answer the phone, what up, my nigga? Hey, yo, Rock, what's the FBA? What is that shit? Excuse me, YouTube. You know what I mean? So I understand how he could have been not fully informed on that. You know what I'm saying? You got some dudes online attacking you, saying what they say, just saying all kinds of things to you. You don't, I don't, I almost don't want to know your name. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care who you are, what you represent, until I do. You understand? I really don't think that he thought that he was dissing Lord Finesse and, Buck Wild and Show and all, you know what I'm saying? And Big L. All of these brothers of his that I assume are FBA. You know what I mean? We wasn't brought up with the term FBA. You understand what I'm saying? We can choose choose to claim it or not. But the definition is what it is. You ask somebody what it means. If you fall under that, then you that. If you accept the term, right? Anyway, fast forward. I was sincere in the points where I was defending him. You understand? Like I felt like I always said I felt like he owed an apology. I also have been informed that he wanted to apologize. He just didn't want to feel bullied into it. Is that an excuse? Absolutely not. But it is something I can understand. As a person with ADHD, you can't force me to do nothing. I mean, and I don't even want to limit that. I'm just saying that it's an ADHD trait, and I got but a lot of people, you know what I'm saying. People are defiant. You can't, you tell a person to do. I was going to do that till you asked me, until you told me to, in that tone of voice. I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that don't make it right. I'm just saying I get it, right? But so there's an interview floating across the YouTubes, the internet, you know what I'm saying, streets and highways. It's a guy named Gango Roach. I know Gango. Let me not say that yet. I ruined the surprise. There's a guy named Gango Roach, right? And he did an interview. What's the platform where you be on the blue couch? Real life street stars, real street stars. And Gango Roach is somebody who, I forget the exact title of his term, but the exact title of what he does, but the description of what he does is he seeks out money for artists who've been robbed by labels, basically, in layman's terms. And he will never run out of work because if that's his job, until labels stop raping niggas, excuse me, YouTube, he going it's like the morgue. People gonna always die. You understand what I'm saying? You own a morgue, you ain't gonna never go out of business. It's gonna always be work for you. But yeah. So he goes and forensically audits these labels and finds out that they've been owing you thousands upon hundreds of thousands upon millions of dollars. And every nigga you signed to a label, you got robbed. Somewhere along the line you got robbed. You probably still getting robbed. They probably owe you money right now. You understand what I'm saying? Like collect not even old money. They collecting new money. They could possibly be collecting new money on you right now, and you don't know. So Gango Roach is exposing. No, he's on a storytelling. He's on this, this interview couch telling a whole bunch of stories. And one of the stories, I feel like one of the most prominent stories, one of the most notable stories, is the Fat Joe story. And he talks about how he was able to. He's the one who acquired the settlement for Big Pun's wife, which is what I alluded to earlier. You know, he got 2 point something million for Liza Rios out of Fat Joe. Now, I could very easily, without any of the information, or if I didn't, what I'm saying, blah 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 blah. On the surface, I could say that ain't necessarily Fat Joe's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because me being an artist, me being an artist and a businessman, I have certain people handling a lot of things for me. I like to try to create as much space for me to be an artist as possible because I'm creative all day long, but I don't get to capture my creativity all day long because I gotta handle, XYZ, all kind of other stuff, right? And that stuff ain't no fun and it interferes with the creativity. And by the time I get done doing that, I might have been done forgot the idea. I might have been and forgot the bar. I might have like I mean, I'm not just talking about musically creative. Like I'm bruh. You understand what I'm saying? So, I have all these mental blocks. I need to free up my brain in order to do, you understand what I'm saying? To knock those blocks down. You know. So a lot of times if something go wrong, it might not necessarily be my fault. I mean, it might be my fault because I employ, it's my company. I employed the people who made the mistake, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? But the way Gangu was breaking it down, it makes Fat Joe, it paints Fat Joe plenty faulty, right? And Fat Joe responded. It's like he don't know who this guy is, basically calling it cat. But here's where I say, I know Gangu. I've known Gangu for not that long, almost 2 years. That's a minute in the life of an old head, right? Known him for probably about 2 years now, and he does not come across as a liar. He hasn't. I mean, I have a people. I like to think that I have an intuition. I don't even know if you could call it an intuition. It's just like I could read signs, like I could read body language or whatever. Certain things indicate certain things, and I don't feel like he's lied to me at all. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nah, it don't seem that way, and that's what makes this difficult because when all of this stuff is speculatory and you can easily say alleged behind something, then it kind of frees you up to say whatever you want. You understand what I'm saying? Well, it don't, but it kind of does. You know what I mean? It kind of legally frees you up to say, oh, check out my shirt. Legally, it kind of frees you up to say whatever you want. But you don't have to say whether or not you believe or none of that. You don't. You can omit that from whatever you're talking about. Um, this is hurtful. It's hurtful. You understand what I'm saying? Because first of all, I'm usually like I'm clear with my biases. I'm biased to hip hop. If somebody that's an artist in hip hop has a beef with somebody outside of hip hop without knowing the facts, my soul going side with the artist, with the rapper. You understand what I'm saying? Until I start finding out the facts, and if the facts are blatant, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I'm biased towards black. No, Fat Joe ain't black, but he's a rapper. I'm biased towards New York. He ain't from Brooklyn, but he's from New York. I'm biased towards Brooklyn and I'm biased towards Brownsville. If I see two people in a boxing match, one is white and one is black, of course I'm going for the black one. If one is Mexican, one is black, I'm going for the Mexican one. If one is tall and one is short, I'm going for the tall one. If they both black, which one looked the most like me? That's what I'm going for. Unless I have a dog in the fight. You understand what I'm saying? That's different. It don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be, if it's a battle between Thurston Howell III and a black rapper that I don't know, I'm rooting for Thurston. My relationship trumps the you know what I'm saying. The relationships trump most of my biases. You understand what I'm saying? So speaking of which, Thurston, I spoke to Thurston on the phone one day a few weeks ago. He was like, "Yo," he used to let me know he'd be checking out what we be doing over here on Monster Nation. He asked me, he was like, "Yo, he's like, yo, you never had a problem with none of your blogs? Like, how do like, because a lot of people be doing this vlog shit and they be ending up with issues with dudes and all. And I do my best. My answer to him was like, no, I do my best to talk to everybody, talk to y'all like the same way I talk to my homeboys, right? The closest I came to having real negative backlash was talking about the Fat Joe FBA madness. And it wasn't from no rapper or nothing. It was from FBA. They're like, you sticking up for that blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I refer to this like every group of people got bangers. Those were the FBA bangers. You know what I'm saying? Every movement, you got people who support us, you got citizens, you got believers, you got subscribers, and then you got people who bang it. Pause. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. I know I probably said some pause down, you know what I mean, already, but you understand what I'm saying? Get your ass on out of here. Matter of fact. Pause. The rest of y'all, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, the tour guide. The president and the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor, mops the damn floor. But you, if you don't follow the rules. Rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks or cash app. We actually prefer the cash app, but y'all do y'all. Y'all hard-headed. You're allowed to write on the walls here. Just get your spell checks together. Rockers with a C and a K. Helter Skelters with an A and an H. Monsters with an A, no H. And for the love of God, it's BCC, not BBC. Pause. Yeah, the Cash App tag will be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. And this translation is all of the mixtapes out there, from Slang and Rock Volume 2 all the way back to Shell Shock. And got new videos out. Squad video is out. It's a video off of the Ether Rocks album. It's out right now. Me, Ron Browse, and the Last American B-Boy. What else? Winner Circle, BCC. Go check those videos out. Go check out the Crownsville album if you haven't already. Yeah, I think that's it for all of that. Yeah, so, ROCK. If you want, only people who ain't got to spell it with the K is the Crips, and if you're a Crip, throw a little "cuh" in your comment or whatever, so I know to give you to grant you clearance, because just in case y'all didn't know, I delete comments. If you ain't saying, listen, you could disagree, you just can't disrespect. You understand what I'm saying? And if I don't like your vibe, sorry. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. It's a bad look. I could say this to Fat Joe, right? Like, to anybody, like, because his reputation been taking a lot of hits as of recently. You know what I'm saying? People been referring to him he been referring to himself as Cap Joe, or making fun of the fact that people have been referring, calling Cap on a lot of his stories and all that. You know that saying? So here's my advice, if any. That saying, you can't unlame a lame, right? No matter what you do, money, you know what I'm saying, none of that, you can't unlame a lame. Now, I'm not saying that, not calling Fat Joe lame. I'm just using that as a springboard, something to compare it to. I mean, I believe that there is a way to unlame a lame. The lame has to unlame himself, but there's a way he can do it. He has to first admit that he was a lame, right? He has to sincerely be like, yo, I was doing this, that, and the third. That shit was lame, B. My bad. From this point on, we doing it this way. Like, I got a homeboy from my projects when we was young. We was teenage years or whatever. He told me this. He told me this and a couple other people, right? He told me that one day he told his own crew, because he wasn't a member of my crew, but he was from my projects, and he was my boy. He was like, yo, I told my mans, and I was like, yo, he's like, we pussy. Excuse me, YouTube. He's like, we only pick on people that we could beat. He's like, but not me, pause. He was like, not me. He's like, I ain't being I ain't being Badussy no more. From here on in, it's going to be different. He made that declaration, and I promise you, he was different from there on in. Very different. The man I'm talking about right now, he goes by the name of J-Lo. He's our brother. He's Shucky Ducky's older brother. You know what I mean? And this is facts, right? This he, he went psycho savage after that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah, so I'm not calling Fat Joe pussy. I'm not calling Fat Joe lame. You know what I mean? But whatever it is that people have deemed him to be, if there's any truth in that, the only way out of that is into that. Pause. You understand what I'm saying? It's like with fear. The only way out is in. Anyway, we made it to the end of this video. Whew. Let me get $4 signs. Matter of fact, hold on a second. Yeah. Let me get $4 signs. $4 signs. Rock on rock. Gone.